Hello guys and welcome back to another cheap trade up video here on the channel. You guys know the drill, so without further ado, let's get right into the first trade up. So for the first trade up guys, you are going to be looking at 10 PP Bison Cobalt Halftone stat track in a minimal wear condition. And as you can see, the outcome's actually pretty decent this time. So obviously you're mainly looking to get the MP9 Rose Iron because yeah, you're spending 17 bucks and you obviously make some profit. And after Steam tax, if you do sell on Steam, you're gonna be making $3.38. Then you got the famous Pulse, that's another $5 profit. Hello, what? This one is like, it's still slightly profit, it's just not a lot of profit, and this one is obviously a loss, but like most of the time you'll probably make profit. As you can see, there's a 75% chance of profiting. And yeah, like, I don't know why you wouldn't do this unless, you know, you don't have $17 because it is quite expensive. But at the same time, it's super nice and it's pretty easy to get the floats as well. I've checked for them exactly. Now that is it for the first trade up. Let's right into the second trade up. Now just before I move into the second trade up, as per usual, I would recommend that you use a third-party website to get these floats for cheaper. So I recommend using CS Float, Skins Monkey, and Skinsport. Those are probably the main free sites where you're going to be getting pretty good items with good floats for cheap prices. Alright, moving on to the video. So the second trade up is, as you can see, there's a red mark here because it's a custom price. Now normally these are worth quite a lot, but I was looking on CS Float and they're not this price. Well, they're this price, yes, but normally, as you can see, they've been 0.30, but I wasn't checking and they're cheaper than that. That's why this trade up is so profitable right now. But you obviously have to do it right now. Now, if you go down, you can see you're going to be spending $4.14 with an average flow of 0.082. And there's so many items here where you can profit. Like, you're literally not going to lose money if you do this right. So as you can see, this is obviously with the Steam fee. But if you sell on a third-party website, you literally only make profit. Obviously, the best item being the M4A4 Turbine, which would literally triple your money. Yes, you can triple your money on this trade-up, which is insane. Like, most of the time, you'll probably profit since there is an 84% chance that you're gonna profit. And if you hit this, like, tripling your money is pretty good, you know. Like, if you don't want to do that, then there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry to say that. But that is it for the second trade up. Let's straight into the third one. Now, just before I move into the third one, I'd like to say a huge thank you for you guys. Huge support. Like, you guys are really killing it with the views and the likes and the comments, and I really love to see that. So keep doing that, and I'll keep posting these sort of videos. Alright, let's move into the third trade up. Alright, so this is the third trade up, and as you can see, it's quite easy. You're going to be needing 4 items from the Spectrum 2 collection. Just factory new, there's not much to it. Like 0.06 float is pretty easy. And then you're going to be needing 6 items from the 2018 new collection, 0.12 float. If you come down here, you can see there's some decent outcomes. They're not amazing, but again, not bad at all. You're spending $5.40 with an average flow of 0.096. And as you can see, if you hit the Glock 18 Nuclear Garden, you literally make $6.41 after Steam tax. Of course, there's still a few items which won't make you that good profit. There's good profitability because of this, but as you can see, depending on where you sell, you can make profit, but most of the time you just want to look at this one. And I mean, literally these 2 items which give the best profit are also the best chance of getting. So it's a win-win situation. I feel like you should definitely do that. That is it for the third trade up. So let's move on to the fourth. And I do have an announcement, guys. Huge announcement. I have a Discord server. So if you guys want to join my Discord server and win exclusive giveaways and such, and connect with me on a more personal level, make sure to go down in the description and click join, and then I'll be able to contact with you guys on a more personal level and also host exclusive giveaways. Alright, moving on to the fourth trade up. So the fourth trade up is very straightforward. There's not much to it. It's literally just 10 items. That's P250 Inferno, 0.12 float, and as you can see, it's pretty easy. You have a 66.67 chance of obviously hitting profit. Like, there's not much to it. As you can see, you can make $5 and $6, and then you can lose $4. So, like, this is a no-brain. There's not much to it. Like, it's just 10 P250 Infernos with an average flow of 0.12, and as you can see, you will be making profit. Obviously, you can't really lower this anymore because you want this to be factory new. Otherwise, it wouldn't be as good profit. But yeah, definitely, if you have 15 bucks, I recommend this trade up. It's probably one of the best trade ups for 15 bucks, right? Because there's just such a high profitability margin on it. So I don't think there's any like brains behind it. It's just get them, because I don't think these are like that expensive for the floats either. So I'd definitely do that if I were you. Alright, let's move on to the fifth final trade up. Now, just before we move on to the fifth trade up, I would like to give a massive thank you to today's sponsor, Tradeup Lab. Tradeup Lab is a website where you can go and find cheap and profitable trade-ups without having to do the work yourself. For example, you can go in here and you can click view trade-ups, and they've found all the trade-ups for you, so you don't have to do any work. You only have to buy the items. So as you can see, let's take this thing right here. You buy items for $5.34 and the expected value is 7.83, And as you can see, they already found all the floats for you, the prices, which are by the way accurate, and then you can see all the outcomes here. And there's a ton of these trade-offs on this site. As you can see, there's so many of them, and if you want to tweak them a little bit, you can go in here and they have their own calculator. Now all these prices are picked from their own database, which also gets updated frequently, so you will never be in doubt if it's accurate prices or not. Now this is one of the sites that I definitely use when I do my videos, so if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it down in the description. Alright, onto the video. So the final trade up was a bit odd for me because I was looking at this and I was thinking, how can I make this better? Because I needed 3 R8 revolvers crazy 8, but the site said that it was worth $0.83, and I was like, that can't be true. And it wasn't. I went on CS Flow, they're right around on average 0.50 right now in minimal wear. So if you're fast, go out, get them, and then obviously get these, which are quite expensive, but as you can see, if you come down, there is a pretty good profitability chance here. So obviously these 2 items, you don't want to be looking at too much, but like, you know, it's okay. Like you still make profit. Like it's not terrible. It's okay. This one is gonna give you $25 profit if you hit the AWP Fever Dream, which is obviously, you know, that's the chase item in this case. You got the AK Ice Cold, that's horrible. You got the P250 Visions, that's even worse. And then you just got the Sword of Kislev, which is also terrible. But there's a 70% chance, excuse my bad English, that you're gonna hit profit. So like, why wouldn't you? Because if you hit this, then you're gonna be rolling in money, and then $0 to a knife is gonna be real fast if you obviously want to spend $26. It is quite a lot of money, and I know this is more expensive than it usually be, but I feel like we had to spice it up a little bit. That's why I decided to go with this trade up for the last one. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and remember, if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and comment, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.